Okay, everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Gothic 3. This is Mr. Joseph, and on today's exciting episode, as you can see here, we'll be going in the Montera area to finish out some quests dealing with the wheat farm. Now, last time on Let's Play Gothic 3, we went to the wheat farm, and we assisted the slave Rufus to escape to Okara. And that was a long episode, and took a while, and it was rather treacherous, and we had some issues with wolves. I'm very excited to tell you on today's episode that we do not have the same sort of, what's the word? It's not going to be quite as treacherous, and it's not going to be quite as long. Today's episode is about 19 and a half minutes, and again, my goal in all of this is to make the episodes break down into appreciable chunks of time that are not so heinous, but at the same time effectively organize the material. So here we're on our way over to the wheat farm. I grabbed that plant I missed last time, by the way. And we're going to go ahead and talk to Elber again and tell him about Rufus, essentially, to get some experience here. And, you know, again, I'm looking for these wheat sacks. I think I grabbed a couple of them last time, and you know, they're basically laying around the farm, but some of them are in the possession of the grain thieves, specifically. And so we're going to have to get those, and we will get those on this episode. But anyway, let's just finish up looking around this grain farm area. There's a lot of things that on this farm that are really not consequential. There's a couple of buildings that don't have anything, and let's see here. Yeah, so I think I just scouting the perimeter, making sure I got everything. And well, not a lot going on here. Another abandoned building there, it looks like. And we're going to go up this side of the hill in a second. Again, I'm looking for grain sacks, but to be quite frank with you, none of them are inside the buildings. They're all on the outside of the buildings. And, you know, and again, you don't necessarily want to take the crap that's laying around the buildings because you might get accused of stealing. And so there's not a whole lot of, things you can do there that's worthwhile. So I'm going to move up to the side of the farm here, just grab a couple last plants before venturing off towards the grain thieves. And then we're going to go up here, and there's some boars. And so I want to be careful here and make sure they don't kill me. And we'll get the old trusty bow and arrow out. Now, I'm not sure if the farm inhabitants are helping me here, or if I just missed my opportunity by walking away too quickly from that boar. But either way, I guess we'll try this again with the boars here. Sorry. And got the one with the arrow, and I got him in the snout. And I think I'm gonna melee him. I love it that phrase that the people say sometimes when you have a beast that enters camp or something, and they say the beasts are everywhere, or the filthy beasts, or the nasty beasts. It's just so funny the way they say it. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to show you where we're going today. If you look up that hill where I'm facing, that's going to be in the direction of Gotha. And so we're not going to go to Gotha. Oh, there's another boar, sorry. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize there's a few boars right off to the left of this road. This road kind of cuts between the grain farm and the wilderness that leads to Okara. And if you continue down the road, you'll get to first to Gotha, and then to Faring and Vanguard, And we've actually been over there by Vingard on the other side of the giant hill near Ardea. But anyway, I'm going to show you where we're going here once I grab the boar meat, just so you can kind of tell. And I'm going to cut out a little bit of this video so you don't have to watch me do all the boring wilderness stuff. But we're here at Montera, and we're just north of Montera. And so if we were to go up that road there, we would go to Gotha. But we're not going to go up that road. Instead, we're going to veer off to the left and go through the wilderness towards Okara, except for we're going to follow the mountainside. And if that wasn't clear enough to you on the map there, then let me show you this other map real quick that I've customized myself right here. This is a map of the Montera area. As you can see, Montera is off to the central right-hand portion of the map. And if you go north to where the blue writing is near the road to Gotha there with the purple dots there, that's where the grain farm is. And then the arrow leading north is where we're going. We want to stay along that mountain ridge, and we're going to go through the wilderness. Now, here, I've jumped through that wilderness area, and I made it to the grain thieves. They're just right along the mountain edge, and if you have trouble remembering that or finding that, then I would recommend you watch when I walk out of here, because I didn't cut that out at all. And it's just real easy. You just stay right along the mountain edge to the left of the road on the way to Gotha. Okay, so the grain thieves, there's probably about 7 of them. I decided to use Fireball this battle for the first time in the game. And so, unfortunately, I only get about 7 or 8 of them with the amount of mana I have, and it's just not enough to take out more than one of them. So I killed one of them with the Fireball, and I'm going to finish this guy off with my bow and arrow real quick. And, actually, I'm not going to finish him. He's going to finish me off. Let me load up again and try this again. So here we are attacking the grain thieves again with the Fireball. So I send one in to get their attention. The nice thing about spells, as I've mentioned before, is that the rate of attack for a spell, as opposed to like a bow or a sword, is very high. And it's good damage too, especially as you get more powerful. And so I killed the one again, and then we'll get the bow and arrow out. This is a common tactic for me as a apprentice mage to start using, is to try to kill one enemy with the magic, and then switch to something that doesn't require mana. I guess that's one flaw of being a mage in this game, is that it's really an insufficient means of taking on a comprehensive battle. Okay, so I've run too far away from that guy, so I need to catch up with him and see if I can still get him before he gets back to the grain thief area while he's still isolated. So I'm going to run over here and see if I can hit him through the woods. Oh, and I got him. And he's charging me. And as you can see, it's a careful grain thief, so he's going to be very careful, I guess. Once again, making fun of the adjectives. I should clip in that thing from Schoolhouse Rock here. You know, the one, unpack the adjectives or whatever. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. Hang tight, everybody. Okay, so I've actually decided to do this. This is Schoolhouse Rock, unpack my adjectives. And for the record, I am making a fair use claim for the use of this clip, but if anybody has a copyright issue, please let me know.
We barely had arrived. Friends ask us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first.
It's very charming.
Reached in and found the word.
You know, they just don't make videos like this anymore, you know?
Then I picked soggy and next I picked froggy and then I was ready to tell them my tale.
I wish they'd call them Foggy Green Thieves or something. That would be kind of cool. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you got the flavor there. So obviously, adjectives being a little bit weird in this game, probably because of the translation issue. But I felt like adding a little English grammar lesson to our video today, so I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Okay, so I'm making this attack on the grain thieves again here, and hopefully I don't die this time, but we'll give it a shot. So my first fireball, theoretically, I try to kill one at least with the magic, and hopefully take out the other with the bow. So we'll run away and get the bow out and see if we can get these guys that way. Okay, that one was no problem. And so I'll grab some stuff here, and we'll go see if we can initiate the next phase of the attack. And they're just kind of staring at me. I mean, this sort of happens from time to time when you get into a battle. The AI needs to probably do a little bit better job at being more aggressive and responding to your attacks. I guess that's one aspect of the game that's been unrealistic yet. So I'm trying to kite him with my bow, and he got too close, so I'm running away. See if I can get him from here. I love that sound he makes when he gets hit, by the way. That's great. Okay. Theoretically, I should be able to finish him off here. I think I got him there. Okay, that was a headshot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead here to the next attack, having cleaned up that body just now and quick saved. And here we go. I'm going to drink some mana potion, see if I can get another one with magic. No, that magic attack did not go so well. So the problem is I keep hitting everybody and not just one single target. And it's harder than it looks, you know. But now that they're following me, I should be able to pick them off one by one. Or maybe two by two, but one by one it looks like. Okay, so, killed him. Gonna kill his buddy here. Again, this is all right along the edge of the mountain range that's kind of to the north, and maybe it's just veering a little bit west of Montera, but it runs mostly north-northwest and kind of comes up to the road next to the grain farm, which is north of Montera. And if you were to keep going along this ridge, you would eventually get to a point where you could either turn right and head kind of north up to Nordmar, or turn left into the field and go towards Okara and or Silden, which is a city we will not be at for quite some time. Okay, so I grabbed their stuff, and we're going to head back up and see if we can clean the rest of these guys out of here. I think I'm probably about to give up on the magic as an effective means of killing these guys. The problem is there's too many of them, and it's hard to get any one guy isolated long enough to take him out. So there's just one or two left here, so I'll just use the bow. That should be sufficient. He didn't like that. Stop right there. Okay. Or what? I mean, I'm pretty sure they would kill me whether they caught me or whether I kept running, so I don't think there's much of a reason to actually stop right there as they demand. But I'll play along, whatever. There we go. So I've killed the grain thieves there by the indicator. Got a level up, got some experience, reputation, and money. I'm not sure if I got money, but I will, I assure you, once I turn in the quest. But now we can go ahead and go on up the hill and check out their little location here. Now, as you can see, they've made camp by putting up some barricades. They've got a nice fire going. They've got some blankets out. It's a veritable paradise as far as the campground goes. Actually, it's not, and the reason it's not is because they're surrounded by dangerous enemies. Off there to the left, there are ogres eventually down that ravine, I think. Or if not ogres, at the very least snappers, and I think some orcs. And then back there is an undead cave. Yet another cave in which the undead like to live. Now we're not going to do this cave right now, but I do want to show you what's back here, just briefly. Just kind of how it looks anyway. We're not going to clear the cave, we're just going to peek inside. So I am killing some of these lizards. But if you get up here, and I apologize, I had my graphic settings turned down for this video, so the clipping in the back of the cave, it's actually a solid wall on the way back. It just can't show you that far right now due to the setting I have with the graphics. And so the back wall kind of materializes in there, and it's a little bit unrealistic, but anyway, I'm grabbing these plants, and yeah, so if you go up to the edge here, hopefully it'll look a little bit more realistic. So there's a mine crawler wandering around, and it's a massive open cavern right there that we just got to the edge of, and we're not going to go any further than that because it gets dangerous, and we'll do that in a near episode to come, I assure you.
Okay.
This cave is very important. It has some good stuff in it, but we're not ready for it right this minute, so we're going to come back. But I am going to go ahead and take this opportunity to clear out the entryway here, and this will help split up the work that we're going to have to do to clear the cave later. By the way, earlier I predicted this video would be 19.5 minutes, but because I added that Schoolhouse Rock clip, we have to go to 20 minutes and 24 seconds, so another 4 minutes here. So we've got the grain thief stuff, and so what we need to do now is head back to the grain farm. Now I could use the teleporter stone to get back there, but since I'm already out in the wilderness and I've already cleared this entire ledge, I'm going to just use the opportunity to make an inroad into the land here and basically clear more space of the wilderness so that we can call that completely cleared. So we'll open these chests up real quick. And there's some good stuff in these. I mean, yeah, rapier, that's a good sword. Actually, I should probably start using that. I don't think I do right away, but I think I should. It's got a better attack, and I can use it, and there's no need to get the bonus for the orcs because it's already a higher attack anyway. Like the Orc Slayer gives you a 5 damage bonus. Against orcs only, though, not against everything else. Think of this as a plus 15 bonus against everybody from the Orc Slayer. Anyway, so I'm coming in through the wilderness just one level farther out from the cave wall than I came in, so that I can clear all the plants and beasts from this swath. But as you can see, this helps us find our way back to the grain farm as well. For those of you who couldn't find the grain thieves, you can kind of look at this video and trace your way back to the grain thieves. But it's really not that far from the farm. Here we are just right on the other side of this road next to the grain farm. The road to Gotha. Up that hill would be Gotha. And we're clearly coming back, and I'm just getting those last few plants. So what we're going to want to do is go talk to Elber real quick, let him know that the grain thieves have been taken care of. Then we're going to want to go give the grain sacks to Sanford over in the warehouse in town. So let's talk to Elber, if I can find him. There he is.
You don't. Would
And he'll give me a reward here, and then
what about take them?
let's see, and another reward. So that was good. Okay.
You should go now.
So we're going to head into Montera proper. We're going to talk to Sanford about the wheat sacks. I guess I'm grabbing a mushroom here as well. And this episode is almost over, but we just got to complete this last quest before we call it a day. So I'm just making sure I got all the plants up to a certain point. I guess that's one thing you'll notice about me whenever I play, is that I'm always obsessive about making sure I clear out all of the plants on my path, and as I clear areas in the game. It's like highlighting, you know. Once you get to a certain area, you highlight it, and that way you know you've already done it. Well, picking plants is sort of like highlighting. Okay, so here we are in Montera, of course, and you know, we're gonna go see Sanford. I'm not sure what time of day it is, to be honest with you. It's a little bit dark out, but that could be the weather. Everybody seems to be active like it's the daytime, so I don't know. Maybe we just worked through the night there for that attack. Anyway, I'm going to tell him a few things. I took his message to Akara, so I'm going to get that quest. And then here's the Sacks of Wheat quest, So good. So our reputation in Montera is sky high. We got plenty of experience in gold, and anyway, so that's that. So I think what I'm gonna do is next time we're gonna finish up just a few more quests in the Montera area, and then we'll go from there. So if you've been watching, thank you very much, and just remember, Professor Snuggles is looking out for you.